So my belief is the FDA is going to crack down hard on brands who sell tinctures because from what I've been seeing and what's been going on, brands are just misrepresenting the industry. They're mislabeling their products, and what is the label is totally different than what is in the lab report. For example, Sagely Naturals state that it's full spectrum, but when you look at the lab reports, it's actually isolate. And this is actually a problem. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm so grateful for those of you in the community. I'm truly blessed. I'm excited for tomorrow, hanging out with Dr. Rubenstein and talking about CBD inflammation. But today it's a beautiful day. I just want to talk briefly. My belief is the FDA is going to crack down, and the reason why I say that, you just have to look at the patterns. And banking is available to some companies, and it looks like it's going to be focused on topicals, because topicals, you put on your skin is the largest organ in the body. It's what, 15% of your body, and it's there to protect you. It's there to protect you from inside. So if a product has pesticides on there, it's going to get into your skin, but it's not going to be as bad, from thinking about this logically. It's not going to be as bad as if you take it orally and sublingually, you swallow it. And what's happening is brands are just really mislabeling. So like I just said, Sagely Naturals actually got busted by the NBC back in January. And according to NBC, Sagely Naturals Relief plus Recovery CBD plus turmeric capsules exceeded limits for bile-tolerant gram-negative bacteria, right? And this came to my attention. Thank you, Elaine. They're mentioning that the product is full spectrum zero THC. And we all know full spectrum zero THC is BS. It should be broad spectrum, but it's not even that. It's the fact that it says full spectrum whole plant as an ingredient, and then when you go look at the actual lab that Sagely actually posts on their website, it's actually isolate. And some of the other products on there has 0.0054% CBD, 0.0002% THC, and all the other cannabinoids on one side, and then when you look at the other side, you see 0.0000. Like my friend said, you might as well just buy regular skin cream, And this goes to show that brands are just all bling and no substance. Yeah, you may be on Shark Tank, but at the end of the day, your product is still misrepresenting what it is. It's mislabeling, and it's wrong. It's basically just wrong. Let's call it what it is, wrong. If you're going to sell a product that has none but isolate, then you should be labeled as an isolate product, Labeling full spectrum is just wrong. And the fact that people are watching, the government is watching, the FDA is wondering, like, what the is going on in this industry when brands are just doing all this dirt. And it's just time for us to step up and be our own regulatory body, because the community needs to get together. This is why we have to really come together. And I'm passionate about this because I have kids, my grandparents, my mom takes CBD, and the last thing I want is them to take a product that could make them either sicker, or take a product they think is going to help them when it's actually not, because it's less. And then you also have to look at it this way. A lot of people who are on medication like Paxil and warfarin, they cannot take isolate because it affects your cytochrome P450 enzyme, which means that the packs you're taking, the warfarin you're taking is not going to be as effective, because the CBD is affecting your liver. So you have to take, not have to, but it's highly recommended taking full spectrum because it's not going to affect you as much as isolate. Isolate, for those of you who are on any medication that you cannot take grapefruit, you shouldn't be taking isolate at all. Please, please, please talk to your doctor. I'm grateful for Dr. John Kim, Dr. Rubenstein, for those of those in the community who's willing to stand up and say, hey, this is what's right, this is what's wrong, and you should do things the right way. So I'm not a doctor. I am just a gatekeeper here to be the light between brands and the community, and to actually be the person who can stand up and say, FDA, come after me and not the brand, So I want the brands to really, really take a look at what's going on, take a look at your products, and please do things the right way. Because at some point, regulations is coming, and the last thing you want to do is be out of business because you get a notice that says cease and desist. Yeah, I'm just passionate about this stuff, and it breaks my heart to see what's going on in the industry. And last thing I want to do is call companies up, because it's not who I am. Everybody needs help, but when companies are just constantly being used, saying the full spectrum, and it's actually CBD Isolate. Not only is it affecting people who, like I said, they can't take isolate, but it also put a light, a spotlight on the community, to those who are regulatory bodies. This is why we have no banking, because brands are not doing things right. I'm happy a little bit that banking is not here yet, because if banking was available to everybody, all these brands who are just doing this BS stuff will be getting away with it, So it's up to us to continue to hold strong and hold these companies accountable. I love you all so, so much. This is why I'm so passionate. Please, please, please share this video, because sharing is always caring, and your health is wealth, and it matters, because you do not want to get sick from this stuff, especially when we're already sick and we all want to be healed. I'm grateful to be educated, because knowledge is always power, and no matter what happens here, this will always be a safe space. And for those of you who with anxiety, depression, and you really want to help, please find a good product, and just please, please, please take your CBD. I love you all so, so much. I appreciate you, and I look forward to those of you who will be in Miami tomorrow. I am always grateful. Have a beautiful, beautiful Saturday.